So where to begin? We actually started at the end. So the very first stop on the tour is London, England. We started out with Worldwide Symphony, which is actually the last song on the album. First thing I wanted to do was not stay at a hotel because I wanted to get right into the heart of the people. So I ended up renting an official London flat right in the heart of the Willesden Green neighborhood, which isn't too far off of the Underground 2.
Mind the gap.
So I didn't want to waste any time. You know, I love to get out and see the sights. And I found out real quick, 2 things you need in London is an Oyster card and an umbrella, because it rains like every day. Crazy bananas. Rain is coming down super hard. Yeah, it was really cool to see some of the famous spots, you know, Buckingham Palace, the Tower Bridge, just seeing the sights, getting a feel for the city. And one of the main things I like to do whenever I get to a new city is check out the music, of course. And what I've been noticing lately, last few years, London has really been on the come up with soul music. A lot going on with the soul music scene in London. A lot of soul artists that I'm really digging. And they're actually playing some of my music over there on the radio, and I'm trying to figure out what's happening with the London soul scene. So I was able to sneak by a few of the jams and really get an intimate upfront seat at some of the local talent there. And I was really impressed with what I saw. So much diversity, so many different ethnicities and age groups, and such a different vibe than we have in America. So I could have stayed all night because the musicians were just dope. But I had to get up early in the morning and get to a recording session in East London. I was really excited to get to this next spot because it's such a unique studio. This is a studio that we had actually researched for the first Globetrotter album, which is Globetrotter Side A. The name of the studio is Soup Studios, and it's a cargo ship that has been converted to a recording studio. And it is floating in the Thames River. So we are on Lighthouse 95 in London, England, about to record Globetrotter Side B. And we are actually recording drums and bass and music. Look at this. We're floating in the water. It's amazing. So the scope of this particular song is really big. The vision for the song was that it should be something that feels like the whole world is joined at one time. Like musicians from every place on the planet playing the same song at the same time. Just a vibe of unity, a vibe of togetherness, but a really epically large sound. So to get that sound, we started with the drums, which I think is the heartbeat of pretty much any record, but especially on this song. So the studio had a vintage 70s kit that I thought was just perfect because we've got a real Mellotron, you know, kind of a Beatles-esque kind of vibe in the intro and throughout the song. And we really set about trying to get the biggest sound possible out of the kit, try to capture every nuance of, you know, each drum. So we used 18 different mics on this, which is like a ridiculous amount of mics to use on a kit. And so to add to the vintage character, we got an old beat up, busted up Ampeg amp to run the bass through. And the bass, by the way, is played by Panamanian bassist Ruben Ramos Medina. Is maybe the gain.
And this thing is custom made.
So what's the name of this thing?
The low end on
that's
this
got-
thing is
oh,
just.
yeah. Oh, that's got the butter, man.
And the bass. And the top end of it too.
The heart of a brother, they came and shot down for nothing at all.
It was really fun to lay this one down. I was so happy with the sound that we were able to capture in a short amount of time.
Building a wall. So many ways